before we continue, let me formally recognize the presence of Senator Marcoleta and Senator Lauren Legarda.
Opo.
So,
Mr. Chairman, pwede po ba akong magpagam nga at ako'y kailangan nga pong mag-CR?
sige,
Nung dumating
sige.
po si Senator Marcoleta,
at the very least
kailangan ko ata mag-CR.
At the very least naman, sa bigat ng trabaho nyo,
Pasensya na po.
payagan namin kayo mag-CR at the very least.
Opo.
Sige. To take advantage of the time habang nasa Call of Nature
Ay,
si
salamat po,
Dizon.
ma'am.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for acknowledging me. Baka papayag sila para hindi waste of time yung expert sa allocable at non-allocable si Director Bote. Hindi, kayo po, no? Si Planning. Kasi wala nun si Sen Marcoleta at Sen Erwin para may definition of terms at yung bago ng pangalan ng allocable at non-allocable. Kasi nakaka-confuse, di ba? Di ba naging congressman tayo, Sen Erwin, naging congressman si Senator Marcoleta. Wala talaga akong alam na allocable at non-allocable. Jokingly, sinabi nung huling hearing natin ni Secretary Dizon nung lumapit dito sa amin ni Chair Sherwin, Sen Sherwin, yung allocable daw yung maaring i-allok. Pero joke daw yon. Yun ang sabi ko. Ano ba yung allocable? So talagang hanggang ngayon po, marami na akong kausap sa tagal-tagal natin dito, pati Senate El Veremo, wala silang maalala. I'm sure our colleagues would want to understand para po may definition of terms. Tapos, yung inyong bagong termino, dahil ayaw nyong gamitin po yung allocable at non-allocable. So, hindi i-allok, mabuti. Bawal i-allok. Ano na po ang tawag? Siguro, district projects and non-district, kung ano po. Sige. Si Director Bote and Yusek, kung sino po yung eksperto. Thank you. I don't
interject, Madam Chair.
Thank you
Hi,
po.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, go ahead, Senator.
In relation to the question of Senator Legarda, hindi po joke yun. Yung allocable, if you will note, during one of those hearings in the Blue Ribbon Committee, yun pong allocable, inadmit po ni former Secretary Bonoan. Nandun po silang dalawa ni Yusek Cabral nung tinanong po namin yung allocable. Tinanong po namin ano-ano po ba yung mga factors na nakapagdadagdag doon sa mga initial ceilings that have been established nung NEP. So sinabi po nila yung allocable funding, yan daw po ay talagang inahanda nila, particularly in the House of Representatives kasi sila yung mayroong power of the purse para hindi na molestyahin, well, pardon for the using the word, para hindi na istorbohin yung mga nakalatag sa NEP, talagang provision po yun na talagang pambibigay dun sa mga members ng House. Inadmit niya po yun. Mahigit pong 300 po talaga ang members ng House of Representatives. Nag-a-average po ng 1 billion ang regular district representative. Average lang po yun. Merong mas mataas. Ang party list po ay 150 million, masaya na po sila, except yung mga party list na contractors. At pagkatapos po ng allocable, Mr. Chair, meron pang leadership funding. At dadagdag pa po yung unprogram at saka nga po yung difference na manggagaling po ngayon sa bicameral conference. Nung kinumpute ko po yun, and this is recorded in one of the Blue Ribbon Committee hearings, 1 trillion po talagang naidadagdag sa DPWH pa lang. And 1 trillion pesos, ito po yung sinasabi naming taba, kung yun po ay ibabangga natin sa 6.325 trillion na budget ng 2025, 1 trillion is almost 15%. So, hindi po siya joke. Inamin po yun, nung recorded po ito. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, may I?
Go ahead, Senator.
So, Senator Marcoleta, do you mean itong allocable na ito, itong leadership pa na ito, suhol o lagay sa mga mambabatas? Can you please specify?
Ganun ang naging conclusion doon, Mr. Chair. Kasi nga, sabi ni Secretary Bonoan, para hindi na galawin. Pangsuhol talaga. So, nung pong tinanong ko magkano yon, 450 billion pesos. Pagkatapos yun pong leadership, alam nyo naman po yung leadership sa House, merong speaker, may deputy speaker, merong majority leader, at napakaraming assistant and deputy majority leaders. Isama mo po yung mga chairman at saka vice chairman ng Appropriations Committee. Yun po yung 450 billion. Recorded po ito. At pagkatapos yung leadership, 100 billion yan. Nakarecord po yan. Ang program, 150 billion. At yung difference na po, pagkatapos na ng NEP at saka yung GAA, another 400 billion pesos. Yun po yung 1 trillion na taba na hindi naman kailangan po ng ating DPWH kung tutuusin natin. Salamat po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you so much for explaining to me, Senator Marcoleta and Sen. Tulfo. Mr. Chair, kahapon po nag-uusap tayo. Sunday we were both working and we both acknowledged that we received the June or July list of allocable but not the September. So I am told by our staffs, wala pa rin. May we request the September as revised. Maski po hindi na yung words allocable, anyo mo, hindi naman kasalanan na may ceiling. Tama po yung sinabi nyo. Hindi naman forever kailangan humihingi ang congressman or ang mga mayor. Tapos, yung hindi district projects, makinig kasi kayo pag tinatanong ko po. Yes, yung hindi po district projects, yun ang tinatawag na non-allocable. Di ibahin natin ang pangalan, non-district, ganun lang. Wala namang masama doon eh. Alam nyo, first, allow me to commend the President and commend Secretary Dizon for heeding the clamor of both houses of Congress. I do not claim authorship of that idea in bringing down the DUPA. Thank you for that. It was declared by the President on the day that he left for the ASEAN meeting. We truly appreciate your listening to the people and bringing it down. But there are much more reforms to be done. I believe that all of us want really reforms and changes that will be felt by our people for bigger fiscal space to give other departments or other programs under DPWH that will really redound to the benefit of our people. Kaya, una, I commend you. Salamat po sa pagbaba ng DUPA na makakasave, sabi nyo, ng 50. Pero sa computation ko, and I'll get back to that later, it should be bigger than 50B. And siguro dapat sagutin nyo yung hiningi ng chair last time, yung natuklasan niyang 271B. At pangatlo, yung sinabi po ng LBRMO staff and the chair staff na wala pa rin po yung September. We don't need the June, July of the previous leadership's allocable and non-allocable. What we need is the 625 billion revised NEP and then give us ano yung ceiling ng district, ano yung hindi alam ng district. And why do I say this, Mr. Chair? Mahalaga po kasi di ba nangyayari ngayon, may mga congressman na tatamaan, may mga ibang sa lokal o district engineer na tatamaan, hindi nila alam. Senator Sherwin himself, we were talking yesterday and we were both asking each other, nasa yung malistahan, pareho kaming we were in the dark, wala pa. And then you told me that indeed, in your district, your brother's a mayor, sa inyong Kong, and there are projects you don't know. Then we feared you could be blamed for it, and is that, we were asking each other, yan ba yung allocable? We don't know. So, just to protect everybody who will eventually sign the GAA of 2026, what if kaming lahat dito, tapos pipirma kami, tapos sasabihin natin, pinirmahan nyo, tinanong naman nyo, tanggap nyo yun na may non-allocable, hindi nga eh. Maski po, iba na ang tawag natin, gusto lang po namin makita ano yung alam talaga ng congressman, alam ng district engineer, at yung hindi nila alam na maaring alam ng region, na maaring alam ng central na hindi alam ng region. Walang masama po doon in all transparency. Diba? Am I conveying the same message we talked about? Yes. So, wag mo, please, I hope I'm not blamed. Because this, I'm speaking for the team. Kasi nag-usap po kami ng weekend. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
And Mr. Chair, in relation to those comments by Senator Ligarda, I remember we also requested that the DPWH provide us, kasi kung di po ako nagkakamali, kinors ko kay Yusek Ador Canlas, dahil nagbigay po sila ng proposed fiscal year 2026 DPWH Infrastructure Program based on HGAB. Ito po yung binigay nyo nung nakaraang hearing. Mr. Chair, ang request po natin, kung mabigyan po tayo ng 2025, 2024, and 2023 in the same format. Kasi po ang binigay nila, nakita ko po, is a detailed HGAB. It will not permit easy comparison eh. Dito po, kung gamitin po natin itong format na to, sinabi ko naman sa ito, Yusek Ador, ang daling ikumpara, halimbawa po yung National Capital Region, 26.6 billion, di ba? So makikita natin sa 2025, 24 and 23 kung ano yung latag. Because I remember, sinabi ko kay Secretary Dizon na ang pinaka-importante, mahimay natin, kasi ang importante rito yung allocation po ng finite resources ng ating bansa. Region 1, 24 billion, CAR, 17 billion. Sana sa ganitong format din po, napakadali na ikumpara natin yung 4 na taon, madadali po tayo eh. Yun po yung aking request nung nakaraang hearing, kung matatandaan po ninyo. Hindi po yung detalye. Mawawala na po tayo doon pagka yung detalye. If you were the one who submitted this format, in the same format sana, HGAB po, hindi po yung NEP. So, kung HGAB, puro HGAB po yon 2023, 24, 25, meron na pong 26. So, tatlong taon na lamang po ang inihingi namin to permit easy reference and comparison. Pwede po.
Go ahead, Yusek Conti.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. With the kind permission of the Secretary, I would like to address first the manifestation and comment of Senator Lauren. Ma'am, tama po kayo at nagpapasalamat po kami sa inyong pag-promote and transparency, accountability, and fiscal discipline dito po sa ating budget process. And I'm conferring with Director Bote. Tomorrow morning, we will be submitting as requested, Mr. Chairman, yung pong hinihingi nyo na allocation per district, kasama na po yung allocation in totality per region so that the committee will be properly guided po based po doon sa request po ni Senator Lauren.
Yusek, iano lang po namin, i-stress lang namin, based on HGAB.
Yan, apo. And number 2, yung request po ni Senator Marcoleta, we will be furnishing you with the 2023, 2024, and 2025 HGAB following the format submitted,
Yes,
similar
sir.
to 2026.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair,
Chairman.
kasi po itong binigay nyo based on GAA kaya medyo hindi comparative. At Yusek Ador, nasabi ko rin sa iyo na pwedeng isama rin yung sa party list. Kasi dito po sa sinabit ninyo itong 2026 based on HGAB, walang party list dito eh. Bakit ko po ini-insist yun? Meron pong party list kasi na contractor congressman. Alam na po ninyo siguro kung sino yung sinasabi ko. Yung pong ordinary party list, masaya na siya sa 150 million allocable. Pero po yung contractor party list, iba po yun. Kaya gusto po naming makita, this is still in relation to the truthful allocation. Dito po nagkakaroon ng problema. Pwede po ba yun? Isasama po natin ang party list. Dito po sa HGAB po ninyo, 2026, wala pang party list.
At tama po, Mr. Chairman, because the party list, wala ko siyang distrito, will try to extract as much as possible.
Wala kaming ano, kasi
Kung ano lang po available.
nationwide po kami. Pero makukuha nyo kung ilan po yung na-allocate per party list. Tama po.
Mr. Chairman, to be quite honest, I'm asking. I think ang makakaalam lang daw po, according to Asek Bote or would be the Committee on Appropriations in the House. Kung HGAB po ang pinag-uusapan natin.
Nahihirapan po kaming kumuha nun eh. Kasi
nga
po
po.
kayo, makukuha nyo rin eh. Lahat ng party list, alam po ninyo yung mga projects nila eh. So doon na lamang po natin kunin.
We will try our best, but according to our budget staff po, Mr. Chairman, parang medyo bulag ho ata kami doon eh. Bulag ang DPWH kung which party list got this, that got this. Kasi nga ho, there's no district eh.
Kasi po kami naniniwala, mas authentic yung makukuha nyo kasi kayo yung nakakaalam ng mga
We
projects
will try our
nila.
best. Mr. Chairman, we will try our best po. But right now po parang yeah. We will try our best, Mr. Chairman. Bob. But I'm being told now that it's very difficult, close to impossible to extract which district, which projects and saan yung inallocate for the
Bigyan ko kayo ng clue para hindi po kayo mahirapan, Secretary. Yung mahihirapan lang kayo, konti lang yun. Kasi yung mga contractor party list, congressmen yun eh. Yun pong ordinary party list lang, kagaya ng Sagip party list, 150 million lang po yun eh. Pero pagka yung malalaking party list po na contractor talaga, yun po yun lang ang pagsikapan ninyong itotal. Doon po makikita yung lopsidedness. Meron pong distortion talaga dyan. Mga contractor po sila eh.
Mr. Chairman, we will also write the Committee on Appropriations and seek their assistance also kung paano po ang kung maibibigay nila sa amin yung detalye yun. But as of now, I don't think we have that information. Meaning we cannot extract from the HGAB specifically kung which line items, which projects were allocated or allotted to a particular party list representative.
Sa planning
Unlike the district. Unlike the
planning
districts.
service ninyo, Secretary, nakukuha po yun.
Sige po.
Kasi si Yosek Cabral noon, alam niya lahat yun eh.
Sige po, Mr. Chairman. Unfortunately, Yusik Cabral is no
Mr.
longer in
Mr.
the department, but we will try our best. No?
Mr. Chair.
Senator Tulfo.
Yeah, I would just like to ask the planning service sa finance ng DPWH. Ito ba yung sinasabi because walang specific na district yung budget at saka so maaring may naririnig kasi ako nung when I was in the House of Representatives na pwedeng bumili si ganito ng pondo kay ganito. Hihingin ni congressman ganito kay congressman ganito yung pondo. Where in fact, naka-allocate sa district niya, dadalhin sa kabilang district or ibibenta. I know you've heard about that. I mean, Mr. Secretary.
We have heard similar stories, Mr.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman.
na yung pondo niya, pwede kong bilihin and dalhin ko, pwede ko ibenta ulit hanggang sa 3 kamay magpapasa-pasa. So, from 20%, nagiging 30, naging 40,
Yes.
hanggang sa wala nang natira because nga binenta yung pondo. Could it be, ito na nga yung sinasabi ni Senator Marcoleta, yung
We have heard,
allocable na ito.
we have heard, Mr. Chairman, similar stories and we've gotten similar information na yung bentahan, bilihan, yung parking, yung sagasa, yung mga ganyang mga terminologies. I think this is actually part of the ongoing investigation by the Independent Commission right now. And we have been asked to submit documentation as well for this. But as to kung itong mga sa party list ay kasama dito, well, it's possible po na kasama yan. Although, like I said po, mukhang hirap kaming at least sa department na i-identify kung magkano yung mga yan, saan yan, kanino ginagay. No, yun po ang medyo, I think we have a bit of a hard time getting all that
Mr.
detail.
Chair,
Senator Lloyd.
salamat po sa inyong sagot, Secretary. Kaya nga, last week pa namin hinihingi yung NEP revised, allocable at non-allocable, maski iba na ang salita, district project at non-district, doon makikita yung kanilang hinihingi. Yung pong tanong nila, doon makikita. Kasi yung hindi po alam ng district engineer, titingnan natin. Hindi alam ng congressman, district engineer at mga mayor sa distritong yon, alam dapat ng region. Pag hindi alam ng region, alam dapat ng central. Pag hindi po nila alam lahat, tatapyasin ng Eagle Eye Chairman. Ganun lang po yun, di ba?
Mapo.
So I think what we're asking for will address the concerns of the other senators. If we are really serious, and I'm
Yes.
sure you are serious about cleaning up the system.
Yes. Ma'am, I think
Thank you.
there was just a little bit of confusion on the terminologies because in the revised NEP, the new team actually did away completely already with the concept of allocable, non-allocable. No? I think in the letter of Undersecretary Conti, ma'am, Mr. Chairman, to the Honorable Senator, we explained our process. But sabi naman ni ma'am na we will just submit it based on legislative district para lang makita. Naintindihan ko na po ngayon no, yung point ni Senator Loren na all we want is, let's say, X district got this much. We will validate with a congressman or the district office there.
To shorten your work,
Yes.
hindi na kailangan po i-validate. Ito, 625, di ba yung revised? Per district po, yung
Magkano?
yung sa district ito, yung region or central ito. So, inibalong nyo yung pangalan, hindi lang natin ginagamit allocable
Yes.
and non-allocable. Kasi,
Understood, ma'am.
just to simplify, sabi po ni Director Bote, ang allocable, yung ceiling po ng budget ng congressional district, allocable. O sige, ayaw nyo gamitin yun, ayaw din namin. So, tawagin natin district projects. Yung hindi po district projects, tinatawag sa dating leadership ng non-allocable. Ayaw po natin gamitin yon. Di tawagin natin non-district projects. Pag hindi po alam ni district engineer at ni congressman at ng lokal, di region siya o central siya o question mark, sino pa? Di ba? Ganun po. So, district, non-district. So, district, synonymous to allocable. Non-district, synonymous to non-allocable. Yung tinatanong po nila, parking sa gasa, whatever, ay siguro sa non-allocable dati. So, aalamin natin, doon lang natin makikita yung hugis at yung maaring mga tabang pwedeng putulin kung makita natin yung non-allocable synonymous to non-district. Tama ba ho? Thank you. Agree ba?
Very clear, ma'am.
Nakikita-
Now, Director Bote and
But you have to
Undersecretary.
identify for us, hindi lang yung suma total, this district, 1B. Hindi. Lagay nyo, 500 district, 500 previously known as non-allocable, now called non-district. Ganun lang. At for all you know, these are national convergence. Malay mo may highway doon. Malay mo may, ganun lang. Ganun lang. Pero detalya. Oo. Thank you, Mr.
Very
Chair.
clear, Mr. Chairman. Ma'am, very clear po. I was told po by ASEC Bote and Yusek Nick, they can submit this by tomorrow morning.
Submit to the committee, Yusek. I think ang punto naman ng mga senators, Secretary Dizon, in the past kasi bigla nilang may lumalabas na project. No? At kung nasundan natin yung Blue Ribbon hearings, sila na nagsasabi, yung mga resource persons, sila Bernardo, sila Alcantara, na kaya nilang maglagay ng project nang hindi alam ng local government, hindi rin alam ng mga congressmen. No? Ang usapan, ika nga, nasa taas. That's the point Senator Loren and the rest of the senators are trying to make. So that makikita natin kung ano yung mga projects na coordinated on the ground, ano yung bigla nilang dumadating dahil mausapan na sa taas. That's the point. No? So just submit to the committee, Yusek, para maano natin.
We will, Mr.
Ma-process
Chairman,
natin.
thank you po. Very clear na po ngayon. Ma'am, thank you so much.
Secretary, we go to red flag 1.
Yes, just again, Mr. Chairman, with your permission, maybe 5 examples na lang po. No?
5 examples lang, no?
So just to summarize, next slide please. Projects with no station numbers. Ito po, no, yung po yung observations ng committee, which we agree. Projects with no station limits now have been updated with station limits. For school buildings, station limit is obviously not applicable. So yung school ID number na lang po ang ginagay natin para po klaro na it is a real and not a guni-guni school, no, para lang ho very clear. So next, so there were 4,566 identified by the committee. Again, we're very, very thankful po for identifying these. As of yesterday, 4,085 have been corrected with station numbers amounting to 180.3 billion out of the 201.3 billion. So ito po yung nasubmit na namin. I think there are already specific annexes to this. And the breakdown per region is as follows. Now, just to give some examples, ito po, for example, sa Cordillera ulit, no, ito po ay isang, I guess, new road, Cagayan, Padig, Cupis Road leading to Nabuangan River in Barangay Cagayan, Apayao. No, 69.5 million. Naglagay na po ng station numbers ito from start to end. No? This is an example of this. No, may station, hindi ko na babasa. Meron naman yan. No? Next slide, sorry. Ito po, no? So from the old line item, sorry, which without station numbers, ngayon po meron na. So same project, but now station 7 plus 543.00 to station 8 plus 933 Barangay Cagayan, Corner, Apayao. So this is just an example. Another example in the NCR. This is a school building, Mr. Chairman, obviously, and it is a retrofitting of a multipurpose building, which is a school building in Moises Salvador Elementary School, Manila, 103 million, and this is the these are the geotag coordinates as well as the school ID number, and you will see it in the next slide. Next slide, please. Ito na po, no? Instead of retrofitting of multipurpose building Moises Salvador Elementary School, Manila City, it is now retrofitting of multipurpose building Moises Salvador Elementary School, school ID number 136464, Maceda Building, Manila. So ito po, no, ang example naman ng eskwelahan, no? And by the way, Mr. Chairman, and again, thanks to the committee, from now on, ganito na po ang gagawin ng DPWH in future budgets, no? Talagang it will be as detailed as possible na with either station numbers or school ID numbers for school buildings. Maybe we can go to the Visayas as an example. So ito, Capiz, no? It is a road, no? 100 million, ito na po yung ano, no? Can you go to the old name? Ano to? So I suppose this is a continuation. So meron na pong kilometer, K0011 plus 078 to K0011 plus 688. So I guess this is the number of meters, no? Number of linear meters. And maybe one more in the Visayas, maybe. Negros Island region, again, construction of road, Barangay Cangabo, La Libertad, Negros Oriental, 38.7 million. This is the picture. And then there will now be station numbers, station limits. No, station 2 plus 670 to station 3 plus 970, La Libertad, Negros Oriental. And maybe finally in Mindanao, Zamboanga del Norte, again, a picture of the road with the geotag locations. And then for 20 million pesos, and then the station limits, the new name will be construction of the road with station 000. I think it is a new road, that's why it's station 00 to station 1 plus 000. So 1 kilometer po yung gagawin for 20 million pesos. So again, moving forward po, ganito na ang gagawin natin through the district engineering offices. Can we go back to the first slide, please? Mr. Chairman, again, the second slide, 4,085 have been identified. Out of the 4,566, so almost 500 projects have not yet been identified, totaling roughly about 21 billion pesos. Again, we were requesting for more time, but again, if we are not able to provide, then we would welcome the committee removing these projects that have not been validated and stationed from the HGAB Mr. Chairman, but similar to the red flag number 4, we hope we can get a little bit more time. But if not, of course, we leave that to the discretion of the committee.
Secretary, in your review of these projects, lahat to legitimate projects, meaning itong mga projects merong talagang pagdadaanan yung kalye, meron talagang i-construct na kalye in your review.
Yes, according to the implementing offices, that is correct, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Then if that's the case, ganun na rin until Friday. Let's give it, kasi konti na lang, no? We're talking about 500 projects eh.
Opo,
Let's give it
500.
until Friday para at least matapos na natin
Opo.
to.
And again po, kung hindi po ma-validate at hindi po mabigyan, then
Yes, kung hindi
please-
talaga,
please
by
remove
Friday,
them. By all means.
tatanggalin na lang natin yun.
Maraming salamat po, Mr.
Actually,
Chairman.
because of this hearing and the interventions of our senators, may mga nag-reach out sa amin. Like for example, I'll flash this on the screen, si Congressman Colliantes. Nag-reach out sa amin. Sabi,
Hello, sound check. Hello, ayan. So hanggang dito na lang ang ating video mga kababayan at nakita naman natin yung mga kanilang budget hearing. At sana naman maisama yung kuwan ng mga party list sa mga list ng mga allocation. Kasi parang hindi na nila ilalagay. Parang yun nga sinasabi natin na pag hindi nila inilagay yun, paano nila bubusisiin yung maanumalyang budget na ito? Tapos yung 23, 24, 25 for comparison, di ba? Kaya kung gaano tumataas naman ng konti, wala namang problema yan. Pero pag biglang lumubo, tapos walang proyekto, yun ang problema. So hanggang dito na lang at maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. At sana Secretary Dizon, baon ka ng diaper sa susunod So hanggang dito na lang at maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. At kung di ka pa nakaka-subscribe, andyan lang po ang subscribe button at pakiclick na rin yung notification bell para lagi kang updated sa ating mga videos. Shukran!